Hi, Shell Point. I'm Jeff Corey from the Legacy Foundation. Today, joined by Marge Lee, resident extraordinaire and also a passionate person about our Tribby Arts Center. Here to talk a little bit about Art Chat Live that was held this week. Give us a little recap, but before we do that, Marge, we have some exciting news to share with our residents. So please tell all our residents the great news.
Great news is April 1st, the work begins, the permits are in hand, so the Tribby Arts Center will start getting underway. So woohoo, it's great news. And we began the evening with that news. Adam Hines made that announcement, so that was a fun way to begin Art Chat Live.
Awesome. That's we've been waiting for that and just really excited about that.
We have.
So tell us a little bit about Art Chat Live. I've told many people for a long time, my favorite segment on Shell Point TV is Art Chat. And so we took the program, you took the program live in the Village Church, had a great time. You had a couple of special guests. One of them was talking about the landscape. Can you tell us a little bit about Kevin and what he informed our residents about the landscape design at Tribby Arts Center?
Sure. Kevin Mangan is the landscape designer for Shell Point. We've seen his work here surrounding us at Shell Point. Very talented landscape designer. And so we began the Art Chat talking with Kevin because the landscape really is like the canvas for the painting, or I made the analogy, the frame for the painting. So before you can really understand the sculpture, you have to understand the landscape. And so he walked us through the landscape a little bit to orient folks that curving road, will be the new entrance going into Eagles Preserve. So that big purple thing in the middle of the screen is the Arts Center. So that orients you, that's your entrance. And then to the right and to the left of the entrance are landscaped areas. With over to the right, there's going to be something very special, an English garden. And then over more to the left will be more of an art sculpture garden. But there will be sculptures throughout the whole landscape. Stephen Dickey is an amazing guy. He is a sculptor who lives in Bell, Florida. He has been very active in the area of figurative sculpture. So figuratives are the sculptures we all know. These are sculptures that look like something you know, people or place or things. Stephen has done 45 major commissions in his career. So it's all over Florida. And then, of course, at the end of that, we did unveil the sketches of the sculptures he's creating for us.
So there's 3 sculptures that he's going to be doing. Can you tell us a little bit about each?
So the first one is Nurturing Our Creativity. And it shows a woman at an easel painting. And that sculpture is being made possible thanks to a donation by Marianne Sedlock. And there's a little dog at her.
There's a little dog in each of the 3 sculptures, right, Marge?
Yes, they're little dogs. They're little dogs. And that one is patterned after, modeled after a picture of Snoopy, her little dog. The second one is called Engaging Our Minds. And that shows a gentleman sitting on the bistro patio reading. He's engaged in reading. And the reason we have these 2 messages, nurturing our creativity and engaging our minds, that is part of the mission of Tribby Arts Center.
Oh, great.
So those sculptures are literally interpreting the mission of Tribby Arts Center. And that's being made possible by Marie Michelle McCarthy. So that's great fun. And that's patterned after actually a photograph of her late husband. And his dog. Chico. And then finally the last sculpture is one of Maggie Tribby, the namesake of the Tribby Arts Center. And that shows Maggie on a 5-foot bench and holding her little dog Gracie, which is what she's usually doing. And the bench will be long enough that people can sit down next to Maggie and just take a look at the facility that her generosity really helped make possible.
That will be a remembrance forever, having Maggie there, and it looks beautiful.
It
Stevens
will.
really. So how long is the process going to take for these sculptures to be done?
Well, they will be done when we have the grand opening in November of 2020, but it will
Okay.
take that long. It's a very involved process.
So friends, April 1st, again announcing that the Trivia Arts Center construction will be underway. So get a chance to drive out that way. We'll have a new sign out there soon, and you'll start seeing some backhoes and trucks, I'm sure, coming our way. Thanks for joining us today, Shell Point, and look out for your next Art Chat Live.
Bye-bye.